everyone, this is Miss Vastavikta from Sunbeam Convent School. Today we are going to read about eukaryotic and prokaryotic cell. So there are two types of cells depending on which one has nucleus and which one lacks nucleus. So eukaryotic are the cells which contains nucleus and prokaryotic are the cells which lacks nucleus. So eukaryotic, the literal meaning, it has been derived from two words. Eu means true and karyotic means nucleus. That means eukaryotic contains nucleus and prokaryotic they do not contain nucleus. Any prokaryotic cell do not have a proper nucleus. They do not contain nucleus. Eukaryotic cells are advanced and complete. Prokaryotic cells are primitive and incomplete. Eukaryotic cells, nucleus, nucleolus and membrane-bound structures are present. In prokaryotic cells, nucleus, nucleolus and membrane-bound structures are not present. In eukaryotic cells, it contains more than one chromosome. Prokaryotic cells contain single chromosome. Cell division occurs by meiotic and meiotic cell division. That means one cell that gets divided into two cells and two that gets divided further into 4 and 4 to 8. So this type of division occurs in eukaryotic cells, but in prokaryotic cells, cell division takes place by fission or budding. Eukaryotic cells are large. The size of a typical eukaryotic cell is from 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer, and the size of a prokaryotic cell are small, that is 1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. So eukaryotic cells contain nucleus, they are advanced, complete. All the membrane-bound structures are present in eukaryotic cells. What are membrane-bound structures? Membrane-bound structures are, for example, this mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, lysosomes. These are the membrane-bound structures. These are all present in an eukaryotic cells, but these are absent in prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells are large. The typical size of a eukaryotic cell is 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. And here you can see the structure of a typical eukaryotic cell. Nucleus is present, nucleolus is present, membrane-bound structures such as Golgi apparatus, mitochondria are present. So this is a eukaryotic cell, and in prokaryotic cell, these are not present. They are primitive. Eukaryotic cells, the size varies from 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. It contains more than one chromosome. That means it has genetic material. Many genetic materials, chromosomes are present, but in prokaryotic cell, only one chromosome is present. Cell division is taken place by meiotic and meiotic cell division that occurs in human beings, plants and animals. So this is eukaryotic cell. Eukaryotic cell, advanced, complete, nucleus present, membrane-bound structures are present, size is large, and more than one chromosomes are present. Cell division takes place by meiotic and meiotic, and examples are plant and animals. Now let us look about prokaryotic cell. Prokaryotic, pro means primitive and karyotic means nucleus. That means nucleus is absent. Instead of a nucleus, nucleoid can be found. That means it just contains some components of nucleus but not a proper nucleus. Nucleoid can be found in prokaryotic cell and nucleus can be found in eukaryotic cell. Prokaryotic cells are primitive and incomplete. Nucleus, nucleolus and membrane-bound structures are absent. It contains single chromosomes. Cell division takes place by fission or budding. About this you will be studying in your higher classes. You have studied about it in class 7 also. Fission and budding, these are the methods of reproduction. So cell division takes place by fission and budding. Cell size are small. Size is small, 1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. And in prokaryotic cell, what was the size? The size was 10 micrometer to 100 micrometer. But in prokaryotic cell, size is small, 1 micrometer to 10 micrometer. Example is bacteria and cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria is blue-green algae, type of algae. Cell shape and size. About size of the cell, cells are very, very small. They cannot be measured in meter or in any other unit. A special unit has been taken to measure cells because they are very small and the unit is micrometer. 1 micrometer is 1 by 10 to the power 6 meter. That means 1 meter when divided into 10 to the power 6 times, then 1 unit from that has been chosen to measure the size of the cells, and that unit has been named micrometer. So 1 by 10 to the power 6 meter is equal to 1 micrometer. It can also be written as 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. This unit you have to remember because it has been asked many times in multiple choice questions. So size of the cells are measured in a special unit called micrometer, and 1 micrometer is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 6 meter. The smallest known cell till now is Mycoplasma gallisepticum. Just remember this. Size is measured in micrometer. 1 micrometer is equal to 1 by 10 to the power 6 meter. 1 micrometer is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. The smallest known cell till now is Mycoplasma gallisepticum. Longest cell in length, longest cell is neuron. It is found inside the body of human beings also and some other organisms also. The function of a neuron is to carry message from sense organs to the brain. It is the longest cell, and the largest cell is the egg cell of an ostrich. Now let us look about cell shape. Shape of the cell. So shape of the cell depends on functional adaptation. Cells are generally spherical. Spherical shape. You are familiar with the spherical shape. Cell shape. Cells are generally spherical, but due to some other factors, cells tend to change its shape. And the factors are functional adaptations. Functional adaptations means the work performed by the cell, the function that it has to perform. Just now we saw about neuron, that it is the longest cell. So why this shape? Why the shape of neuron is like this? It is because it has to carry message from sense organs to the brain. So the message has to go through a long journey. Suppose there is your foot got hurt, suppose that. Then what will happen? From the sense organ, the skin present in your legs will send a message to the brain. Then there is a long journey which has to be travelled. So that journey, here this is the connecting unit, neuron. It has to become long. This part receives the message and this part takes the message towards the brain. So many neurons are joined to be, and a nerve is formed. So functional adaptation. This cell has to perform a carrier of message, messenger. So this has to become long. That means functional adaptation. Due to functional adaptation, shape of the cell is determined. That means the work which has to be performed by the cell. Surface tension. So the meaning of surface tension is खिंचाव, सतह का खिंचाव, surface tension. If there is any stretch on the surface of the cell, then it will change its shape. Viscosity means gaining water or losing water. If cell absorbs water, then what will happen? It will change its shape, it will grow in size. If cell loses water, then it will also change its shape, it will shrink. So viscosity and mechanical action exerted by another cell. That means the type of action that is being exerted by the surrounding cell. On the basis of these, cell tends to change its shape. Functional adaptation, the work which it has to perform. Surface tension, any exertion on the cell. Viscosity, gaining or losing water. Mechanical action exerted by surrounding cell. On the basis of these factors, cell shape is determined. But generally cells are spherical. Now cell number. So number of cells present in an organism, it can be infinite, uncountable. It can be infinite. That means an organism can contain many cells and many. It can be infinite. And about and cells present on an average in human beings is 100 trillion cells. That means 10 to the power 14 cells are present in human beings. It is just the average. It is not that a lean and thin person will contain this much cell and a fatter person will contain this much cell. It is not like that. It is an average number. So 100 trillion cells are present in humans on an average.